It's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
Man, I'm going to be in a bad way. I'm going to be in a really, really bad way this weekend. And I know it. And that's just the reality because I did not prepare like I should have. And I procrastinated and I was lazy. And that's just going to be the way it is. Today on the podcast, I want to talk about how stupid people are on the internet. Why? I don't know why. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be negative today. But I don't know why these things bother me so much. And it's why I stay off social media. But the second I log on, I'm reminded about it. And it bothers me. And it has to do with some thoughts on somebody from Spokane who is big time. Might talk a second of video games at the end and birthdays, maybe some birthday talks. I wanted to start off by saying, now living in Kentucky, there's a lot of things in Kentucky and Lexington area that are the things of the area, the things of Kentucky. And every state has the things that make them, right? So if you're in Spokane, coming up in the next couple of months, everyone wants to go to Green Bluff and get themselves some of those donuts that I didn't really understand, but the people loved. So it's cool. And Green Bluff's great, and the farms up there that sell pumpkins and all the things are really cool. But if you're up there in Spokane, you're going to get part of that. That's going to be part of the deal, part of the flavor profile of Spokane, and everyone has their little things. So in Kentucky, when I moved here, one of the things they talk about is, I believe the city is Winchester. I've got a bottle right here. And so I want to make sure it's right. Winchester, Kentucky, which is just down the road. One of the greatest restaurants in the state of Kentucky is called Queso Time, and it is in Winchester. But Winchester is home of this beverage that is in Kentucky called Ale 8. And it's like Ale 8-1. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the whole story behind it. I don't know if I want to know the whole story behind it. But it is a ginger soda, kind of like a ginger ale 8. And I don't know. Anyways, it's really good. And I've been drinking. I've been enjoying. I'll hold it up for the video, people. The blackberry version, mainly for a couple reasons. One, I enjoy it. It's good. I don't need to be drinking soda, but I've been collecting bottle caps, so I need bottle caps, and I feel like probably getting a couple of these Ale 8s is better for me, even maybe not. Doctors, tell me, than me just pounding a bunch of Miller Lights to get the bottle tops off them, but I need bottle caps. And so I've been rocking those things. They're good. And one thing I've remembered is every beverage is better out of a glass bottle. Every one of them. It is the glass. I know people will say glass was made so that we can have windows. I believe it was made for beverages. Put me in a dark house with no look outside. I'd rather have my glass being used to make bottles. Everything tastes better. You put a bottle in the refrigerator, you pull that thing out, crack it out, you get it icy cold. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. It should be the number one use of glass. You remember when Gatorade used to be in glass bottles in the 90s, and you would get a Gatorade so cold in a glass bottle and go outside and run around for a little bit, come back in. That Gatorade was the best healing property of your tired aches and pains of anything. It was crazy. So I love myself some glass bottles. I've been enjoying that, and I don't even know why I brought it up. What was I going to talk about right off the bat? I think I was mad. I'm trying to come down off the internet thing so that I don't get mad. I don't want to be mad because I don't know where people fall on these things. Every time I take a stance on something that I think is dumb on the internet, everyone, and this is real, everyone will be like, "What, Sean, that person was right. You are wrong." So maybe I'm the internet problem, which is why I need to stay off of it. I know Brandon hates me on the internet because I simply go on to Threads and Facebook and I just troll people. And my trolling isn't even good, but I'm just mad. Like I did it today. And I think I lost the thing. Was it on the Inlander? Did the Inlander post this? It wasn't the Inlander's post that was bad. But it sure as heck was the response. Let's see if they've got him here. Lucas Jumalan, where are you? Okay, it wasn't on there. What source was this on? Lucas Jumalan. He is going to be a 22-year-old from Spokane, Washington, who just won the World Series of Poker. That's sort of awesome. And so he's, like I said, 22-year-olds, wins the World Series of Poker, which I'm always intrigued with the World Series of Poker. And he wins this thing and wins $10 million. And because the internet is good to me and they don't want me to use names, but I think his name was like Frank Vieira or something like that. The post of the on Facebook is just, 22-year-old from Spokane, Lucas Jumelon wins World Series of Poker and a $10 million purse. So awesome. He won $10 million playing poker. And what does Frank Vieira say? Over half of that's going to go to taxes. How is he going to? You know what, Frank? To which I responded, "You're right. He should have quit on purpose." How's he gonna come back from that? How is Lucas Jumelon, a 22-year-old, going to survive on only $5 million for playing poker? I don't know. I think it's going to be terrible. Now he's probably not going to also get half. Like he might not even lose all half of it. Let's say he loses $4 million of the $10 million to taxes. I'm going to guess that Lucas Jumelon is going to be happy with $6 million. What do you think? What do you think, everybody? Do you think that he's going to be mad or happy? But that's just how the internet is. It wasn't like the first post I see, first response wasn't, "This is awesome, I'm from Spokane," or congratulations, Lucas," or the thing that everyone's thinking, "Man, I should have got into poker." Man, I should have got into poker. Seems like something I could have been good at. Nah, the first one is just like politics. I was only going to get half of that. Oh, gosh dang, Frank, get off the internet. I don't like you. I don't want you there. I don't want you to be able to live there. Get your bad energy out of here. But I'm bringing bad energy. Every time I bring up negativity, I fight it with negativity. And that's the Sean Widmer podcast in a nutshell. But I was pumped to see that a kid from Spokane won the World Series of Poker. Also, I kind of miss that rush, that poker rush that we had in the mid-2000s. Into maybe late 2000s. I don't know if it did it trickle into the early 2010s when poker was everywhere. If you turned on Fox Sports, ESPN, whatever it was, you were getting poker of some kind. And you had I think it was mid 2000s when Dick Au had his Dick Au celebrity poker match, which I did so terrible in. I was so excited. It's when I saw Kyle Korver take $5,000 out of an ATM, and I was like, this is the most money I've ever seen in my life. No one will ever have more money than Kyle Korver. But anyways, poker was everywhere. It was on TV, everything. And I wish I kind of want that back. I loved it. And maybe it's on TV still, but it's just not on like it used to be, where it was prime time poker nights. Congratulations, Lucas Jumelon. Uh-oh. It's early, and I'm seeing an empty bed. I think we're going to have a Huckman rolling downstairs here in a few minutes. So I got to wrap this up before he gets down. I wanted to say, maybe we won't talk video games today. Maybe we'll save it for tomorrow because maybe I'll get a game tonight and play it and spend $20 and report back tomorrow. And by report back tomorrow, there's a chance I buy a video game tonight and play it overnight and set myself up terribly for getting sick. For the thing I mentioned right off the bat, I am not prepared. I am running a 5K this weekend. That's not very far. Is that like 3 miles? How many miles? Is it 7 miles? How many miles? I think it's 7 miles, right? Is a 5K. 5K is 3 miles. I would did the math reverse. So 3 miles. I'm going to run it. I'm going to run 3 miles this weekend. I am dreading it. And I'm assuming this 5K is going to take me 50 minutes to an hour. That's how slow I am right now. So in an ideal world for me, a 5K, if I did it in 30 minutes, I'd be more than happy. I'm not looking for 7-minute miles anymore at my age. I'm not looking for 8-minute miles. If I can get a 10, 11-minute mile running when I don't run at all, that's what I want. So I'm going to run this 5K this weekend, and it's going to take me 40 minutes, 50 minutes. I'm going to be shamed and embarrassed, and it's not going to be good. And my body might shut down, and I might not make the 100-day podcast streak because I will be dead on the downtown streets of Lexington, Kentucky. And what's not going to help me is these Ale-8s, these Blackberry Ale-8s in the glass bottle. They're not going to help me at all. But I still have 3 left in the refrigerator, so I'm going to have to finish them. So that's a bummer. The other thing that's not going to help me at all is the birthday conversation that I brought up the other day to the guys I work with. And I thought this was wild. So I, with my wife out of town for a week, on the road, party rocking on the road, and we're party rocking here. We are, at nighttime. Wow. Wowie kazowie. We are just trying to get through dinner, bath, bedtime, and hang out. I always want to make sure the priorities for me and dad mode are, I want to make sure the kids get opportunity to sit down, all of us together, and have dinner. I want that to be one. I value that. Number two, I want to make sure we do something to connect at night. And so whether we do a dance party or we play a game or whatever it is, I want to make sure of that. And then everything else is just kind of, we hope it happens. So bath, we hope it happens. Bedtime, we're pretty loose with that. Yeah, it's whatever. But dinner, I want to make sure it happens. So, but when my wife is gone, I also like to try to capitalize on the fact that this is my moment to get to have whatever meal I want to have, and it doesn't have to pass through the filter. Does everyone like that? So what I'll do is I'll make dinner for the kids, and then I'll make myself dinner late after everyone goes to bed. So I was like, what do I want to treat myself to this week that I like? Hey, bud, is that my man? What up, bro? What you doing, dude? You want to come over here and say hi? I thought I saw you get up. Why are you up so early? You had a late night last night. Why are you up so early? What you looking at? What you doing? You okay? Huckman Widmer, everybody. My favorite dude. You want to come give me a fist bump? You want to come over here and give me a fist bump, buddy? No? No fist bump today? Bro, that hurts. Your hair looks awesome today. Go look in the mirror at your hair. Your hair looks so sick. It's kind of spiky and crazy. How you like it? You like, oh, you don't like it. Oh, no. Come here. Come give me that fist bump. Where's my fist bump, bro? Where's my fist bump? Thank you. What? You want to say anything on the podcast? You know whose room this is that I was watching on my phone? Whose room is that? That's your room. I was watching you. And I saw you get up out of bed, and I thought, it's too early for my Huckman to be up. It's not even time yet. Your light's not even green. What you up for? You have a light in your room that turns green, bro, when you're supposed to get up. It's not even green yet. What you doing? What you doing? I'll be right out, okay, dude? I'm just going to wrap this up real quick. Anyways, so I thought, what's my favorite meal? The meal I've always asked for my birthday every year is tacos. I love tacos, and I thought I should just do tacos. So a lot of ground beef, had a lot of ground beef. I just cooked up a ton of ground beef at the beginning of the week, put a bunch of taco seasoning on it, and I was like, I can use this through the week for tacos. Now, I also thought I'm probably going to get really sick of it, but I'll see how long this lasts, and I'll go into a taco mode. I am convinced I could have tacos for every single meal for the rest of time, never get sick of it. And I don't even need a lot on it. In an ideal world, the shell is a difference maker because a flour shell is not going to cut it. For me, it's the little, about 6-inch diameter corn shells. You get a little oil going, and you put the corn shell in the oil. You get the oil nice and hot. You let it sit for 3 seconds on one side, flip it over 3 seconds on the other side. Then you dab off the oil, and that is the perfect taco shell to me. So if you make those, and all I really need is ground beef, I need cheese, I need a salsa, any kind of salsa. I will say I do like ketchup. I do like ketchup on my tacos. It's not a regular opinion, but I think it's really good. And trust me, I've done the research on it. And then diarrhea lettuce. If you can get me some of that, that's really all I need. Everything else is just bonus. And so I've been eating that all week. So I went to work the other day, and I was like, okay, so I've been eating my favorite meal, my birthday meal, the meal I would ask for my birthday. And I was talking to my coworkers. I'm like, what would you guys get for your birthday? What do you ask for your birthday? If you're not going out to eat, someone's going to cook at home for you. What do you get? And my man Ben was like, some fancy pants steak. I forget what he said. Steak, collard greens, and sweet potatoes. So the South hit Ben right between the eyes. So that was his answer. My man Ian kind of started to go rogue with macaroni and cheese. And he was like a baked macaroni and cheese with like the crumbly stuff on top. That's a bad answer, Ian, but he also said he doesn't come from a family that cooks. He didn't come from a family where there was like cooking was a priority. So he went with mac and cheese, and I was like, okay, whatever. That's fine. My man Nate, I go to him next. Now, Nate has a family that cooks, and Nate has wild taste, but normally he is okay with the answers to questions like this. his favorite meal that he said he would ask for is potato soup. And he said it seriously. I thought he was joking. I thought this was some joke that I'd missed on. I thought maybe it was a meme of some kind. Potato soup. Now, I immediately went to Google and Google searched potato soup because I thought if I'm going to be, maybe a picture can win me over to it. And I like soup. I love soup. I think soup's great. But if I'm going to choose the meal of meals, the meal I'm going to get on my birthday to really take things to the next level, I can't imagine a soup being there. So I went and looked at potato soup, and you know, you can get fancy with it. And he had mentioned you want all the fixings on it. You want the green onions. You want the bacon bits on top. You want all the things. But, I mean, do you want to talk about the most bland-looking birthday I've ever seen in my life? Nate delivered it. Potato soup? So am I wrong about potato soup? Does somebody out there have a potato soup recipe that I can bust out in the middle of summer and try to enjoy a nice hearty soup and take a momentary break from the tacos? Because that intrigued me enough that I would be willing to make tomato soup at my house tonight for myself just to understand what the heck happened with that answer. The answer is tacos. Pizza number 2, probably hamburgers number 3. All right, hey, thanks for hanging out today. I got to go hang out with my man Huck. I'll watch that race. I'm going to come watch that race. See you, everyone. Talk to you tomorrow.